All right, so let's quickly look at something else, which is two little constructs that are very helpful when we are working with loop. The first one is break, which is used to terminate a loop prematurely. So at a certain point within the life cycle of the loop, I can check if a certain condition is true, then I just break out of the loop. I stop the loop entirely. It's similar to what we did when we're working with switch statement. When we check that a specific case have a match in the expression, then we break out. We don't continue the switch statement, right? I'm going to just comment out of this. Then I'm going to just say for. This time I'm not going to put anything here. So this is another way that we write the for loop, but actually this is going to result in an infinite loop because it is always going to be true. It's just going to keep executing, right? So I'm going to set I equal to 1, and then I'm going to check at any point in time when I is equal to 5, I want to stop executing. So if I, or let's say if I is greater than 5, let's break. Otherwise, we want to echo the current value of I. So just grab this. Okay, so right now, actually, if we do a refresh on the browser, this is still going to be an infinite loop because here I is equal to 1. Then we run the loop, we check is I greater than 5? No, we don't do anything. So there's no time when I is going to be greater than 5 the way this loop is. If I refresh on the browser now, this is just going to keep printing I, which is an infinite loop. So what we want to do is to actually look for a way to change the value of I within the loop. So here we're going to say I plus plus. So this way, at each iteration of the loop, we just add 1 to I. All right, so at the point where I becomes 5, we break out of the loop. So the break keyword can be used inside of the while loop, the do while loop, or the for loop. It can be used anywhere within the program. So the next one that we want to consider is the continue keyword, right? I'm going to just comment at this, then put a comment here, break. So next is the continue keyword. Create another for loop. Going to do essentially the same thing. Say I equal to 1, while I is less than 5. Let's try 15 this time. Going to just increment I. So as long as I is less than 15, we are going to keep adding 1 to I. So at each iteration of the loop, I is less than 15, add 1 to I until I becomes 15. So inside of the body here, what I want to do is to put a little if statement again. So I'm going to say if I is equal to 5. If I is equal to 5 at any point in time, I just want to continue. What continue does is actually, if it is true, it is going to skip whatever is left inside of the loop and just go back to the next iteration. All right, so let me illustrate this with an example. Going to just come here again and just copy this. Okay, so we want to execute this statement as long as I is less than 15. And then here we are checking if I is equal to 5. So if I is equal to 5, we just want to echo skip number 5. And then we put the continue keyword. Okay, let's put a line break here. So what we're doing here is we initialize I equal to 1, check is I less than 15. If it is less than 15, we increment I. Now, inside of the for loop, we are checking if I is equal to 5, we want to skip whatever we are doing in line 36. Okay, so instead of echoing out the current value of I when it's equal to 5, we skip and go to the next iteration where I becomes 6. So let me refresh on the browser. All right, you see I is 1, 2, 3, 4. When it is 5, we get that statement skip number 5 and then jump to the next iteration. So this is what we do with the continue construct. It is just a way to skip out, to break out of the current iteration and go to the next iteration if a certain condition is true. Alright, so this is all we're going to be covering for this lesson. There are other type of loop. We have already seen one previously, which is the for each loop that we use to iterate over an array. PHP also supports some other advanced type of loop, which is way beyond your current skill set. Alright, I'll see you in the next lecture.